Welcome to Honua DIY Screen Door Edition. So today I'm going to show you how to secure your screen doors with a little locking cable like this. Most people don't even know what these screens are and don't really want to use them, but it avoids some serious damage. And whenever you want to use it, you can just unlock it and away you go. And then this cable will fall back on the other side and you won't be able to see it. So before we begin, let's talk about what you need. You're going to need about 3 feet of 1/16 inch cable from Home Depot, along with these 1/16 ferrule and stop sets. You're going to need a pair of vice grips like this, and a pair of wire cutters, screwdriver. You're also going to need a drill and drill bits, and you're going to need some metal screws. I recommend these 8 by 1/2 inch. These are self-tapping, not strictly required, but I think it helps. Makes a nice tight connection. And then also at Home Depot they have these D-ring hangers, which are actually for picture frames, but they have a good look to them. And then some padlocks. I got these for like $6 at Harbor Freight. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to have to actually get some better access on this door. So we're going to undo these connectors here. Now you can see on mine right now, this one only has one, and it seems like most of these, there's only one connector here. So I'm going to undo these 2 screws. Now these screws are very soft. I think they're made of aluminum. So you need to get a screwdriver that absolutely perfectly fits, and you need to go very slowly or else you're going to strip these out. So I'm going to take this off, and we're going to slide this door over that way so we can get better access to it. Okay, so I undid that over there, and I slid the panels over this way. And when you do that, you got to make sure you do it slowly because there's nothing to keep the thing from slipping left to right, top to bottom. So just do it slowly. And now you can see there's lots of good access from here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just hold this right in between the middle of here. I actually went to the Nanawall distributor in Seattle, Washington, and I took a look at what's really inside these panels. And this particular part of the panel is empty. Up at the top and bottoms there's some mechanisms and whatnot, but right here it should be fine for drilling. So I'm going to mark these 2 holes with a pen and then drill a small, about 1/8 inch hole. Okay, so the holes are there. Now I'm going to screw these in. Now these are self-tapping screws, and so that means that they will actually drill their own holes. But I've tried, because you're not pushing against anything stable, it takes a long time, if ever, you're going to get through this. So I start with a hole that's too small, and now I'm going to screw it in. It's pretty easy going. Okay, so now the picture hanger's in, and next step is to attach the cable. So with these ferrule sets, you just slide the cable in one end and then around the loop and then back down. And so now what you need to do is crimp this down. There are special tools called swage tools. They run about $30, but this pair of vice grips will do just as well. Okay, so we've got that crimped. That's probably about the hardest part of this whole process, is just doing the crimping. If you can do this at home, you might be able to go to Home Depot or Lowe's and actually borrow a swage tool there. For a 1-bedroom, you want it to be 24.5 inches long after you're done crimping. So you probably need to start a couple inches longer than that. Okay, so the next step is I'm going to secure this one over on this side, same process as before. Okay, so I've got the other picture hanger in, I've got my lock hanging here, and so I want to cut the other side now to fit. I want it so that it easily reaches over here. I found it was about 24.5 inches long, tip to tip. And then I'm going to crimp that. Now the only tricky part here is actually cutting this here, and I've just got this pair of wire clippers here. This works. It takes quite a number of tries. It's pretty hard on your hands, and it also sends splinters of wire out, so you want to do it over a garbage can. The ideal thing to do is to have a pair of real bolt cutters, but you know, few people have that, so you just got to work at it. This is a very intense part of the job. You might want to wear some work gloves. I just briefly wanted to show you how I'm actually swaging these. So I've got it in here just enough so there's a little bit of room to squeeze. Squeeze that down, open that back up. Now I'm going to adjust it just a tiny bit more. Stick it back in there. I'm swaging it but in 2 places, both at the front and then also in the rear. Try to give it as good of a grip as I can. So you just keep on, hopefully your vice grips are a little bit better than mine. Tighten it a little bit more. Squeeze again. Okay, and here's the finished product. I got it locked up, I slid it back, I re-secured that to the wall, and so now it's not going anywhere, and it's quite obvious to everyone exactly what's going on, that they're not supposed to pull on that. Another option I thought about doing was putting like a padlock or something in that channel up there, but since you're only securing at the top, then no one sees it, and then they grab it and they'll yank and it'll bend, and that's probably not good for the thing either. If you wanted to simplify it, you could probably replace this cable chain with a cut chain from Home Depot, but I thought this would be the least visually distracting solution, and that would simplify this waging and whatnot. If you don't feel up to this, I bet my friends at Conopoli Beach Management Maintenance would be willing to install something like this for you. They also know how to actually fix these panels, but like I said, it's not cheap. So, hope that helps you guys. Bye.